Hey everyone, have you ever had one of those moments where you're pretty sure you did a great job brushing your teeth, but later you're flossing or you run your fingernail along the back of a tooth and you pull out that soft, yellowish gunk that has a pretty unpleasant, sour smell if that's happening to you, and your response is just to grab your toothbrush and saw back and forth even harder? I need you to stop what you're doing and listen up. That annoying yellow buildup isn't just something that makes you feel self conscious when you're catching up with an old friend over coffee. This stuff is literally the first step on a path that can lead to your good teeth loosening up and eventually falling out. It's a problem, and here's a tough truth that a lot of dentists want just volunteer. Once that soft gunk hardens, you can't just bully it away with brute force from a toothbrush. It's like trying to scrub dried concrete off your sidewalk with a kitchen sponge. It doesn't work, but don't worry. I'm not going to tell you that your only option is to go to the dental clinic, pay your insurance copay, and suffer through a scraping session just yet today. I'm going to share four incredibly simple and cheap tricks to protect your teeth, and the best part, the materials are probably already sitting in your kitchen cabinets right now. If you follow these steps, you can start dissolving that stubborn rock-like tartar without any pain. And you can keep your teeth healthy enough to be biting into a big juicy steak or corn on the cob well into your golden years. First, let's talk about why this happens. Let's get one thing clear right away. Why is it that so many of us brush our teeth every single day, sometimes twice a day, and yet this dental stone, this tartar, still grows back like weeds in a garden? Well, here's the honest truth that a lot of dentists won't just tell you, relying only on your basic everyday brushing technique. At best, it's only clearing away about 60% of the food debris from your teeth, so where does the other 40% go? Think of it like this. They're like clever little criminals running from the police. They don't just stay out in the open, they hide. They slip right into the dead zones of your mouth, like the tiny ditch where your tooth meets your gum, or the tight space where two teeth are pressed right up against each other, and a really popular hiding spot. The inside surface of your bottom front teeth, the part your tongue touches all the time, so this 40% of leftover food in the warm, moist environment of your mouth, it starts to ferment fast. This fermentation brings in an army of bacteria, and together they form a sticky, soft film. That's what we call dental plaque. And this is the moment where a well meaning insider in your body accidentally becomes the bad guy. That insider is your saliva. You might not know this, but your saliva is a double edged sword. It's rich in minerals like calcium and phosphate. Now, nature intended these minerals to be a gift. Their job is to repair tiny microscopic damages on the surface of your teeth to make your enamel stronger. It's a repair crew, but here's where the chemical reaction goes wrong. When this mineral-rich saliva flows over that sticky plaque hiding in the corners of your teeth, it acts like wet cement at a construction site. It starts wrapping around that soft plaque layer by layer, and then it rapidly hardens. Can you guess how fast this process takes from soft film to hardened stone? We're talking as little as 24 hours, that's right. In just one day and one night, those soft food particles get cemented by your own saliva into rock hard dental tartar, and once it's turned into a hard stone, trying to scrape it off with your standard soft toothbrush is harder than climbing Mount Everest. It's not going to happen. So besides your saliva accidentally working against you, our own habits are a huge part of the problem. I've watched so many people brush their teeth, I'd say the vast majority, honestly, maybe 90% of people, every morning they just grab the brush and only scrub the front surface. The part other people see when they smile, they just go back and forth, back and forth. It's like saying you're going to clean your living room, but you only sweep the big open space in the middle of the floor. You completely ignore the dust bunnies building up under the sofa and in the corners of the room. We do the same thing. We ignore where the teeth meet, the edges near the gums, and especially the inside surfaces. These forgotten corners, neglected year after year, become the most comfortable. Safe little nest for bacteria and tartar to grow. The four secret weapons to fight tartar. Now that we understand exactly how this tartar is built, we know what we're dealing with, and knowing that we can fight smart to deal with these stubborn, cement-like guys, we can't just use muscle. We have to use chemistry and technique. So here comes the main event. I'm going to reveal the four secret weapons that can actually loosen that tartar and get it to start falling away on its own. Secret weapon number one, the vinegar or lemon juice softening rinse. A lot of you have probably seen this in real life. If you have a kettle at home that you've used for a long time, a thick, hard layer of scale builds up at the bottom. It's rock hard. You can't scrape it off with your fingernail. So what do? You pour in some white vinegar, you boil it, and suddenly the scale loosens up and falls right off, doesn't it? Well, The principle for dealing with tartar on your teeth is exactly the same. The acetic acid in vinegar is really good at breaking down those calcified hardened deposits. So how do you do this safely? It's very simple. Go to your kitchen and get a small spoonful of the cooking vinegar you use for salads or cooking. White vinegar or apple cider vinegar is fine. Or you can use fresh squeezed pure lemon juice, put it in your mouth. Don't swallow it. But don't spit it out right away either. Let it sit there for a moment. Use the muscles in your cheeks to push it around, making sure the liquid gets into those gaps between your teeth and down to the gumlin where the roots are. Keep gently swishing it around for about 2 minutes and then spit it out. After you spit it out, pick up your toothbrush, put your toothpaste on it, and brush your teeth normally the way you usually do. And what you'll find is almost magical. That newly forming tartar, which was rock hard before, has been softened by the acid. It's much easier to deal with just a gentle brush. It comes right off. And this is a massively important warning. So please listen closely. This vinegar trick, while it works, is not something you should do every day. Why? Because acetic acid doesn't just soften tartar. If you use it daily, it will also start to erode the precious protective outer layer of your teeth, your enamel. We have to protect that enamel to avoid making your teeth sensitive and weak. So think of this as your heavy-duty secret weapon. You only bring it out once in a while for a deep clean. Using it about once every 2 weeks is plenty. Don't get greedy with it. Secret weapon number 2. The strawberry and baking soda natural whitening mask. Why strawberries? Because strawberries contain a special ingredient called malic acid. It's a very gentle acid, but it's surprisingly effective at dealing with surface stains on your teeth and that early soft plaque. And baking soda, the kind you use for baking, it has a very fine, gritty texture that acts as a gentle polishing scrub. It's a mild abrasive. So when you put these two together, you're essentially giving your teeth a natural at-home spa polishing treatment. Here's the recipe. Go to the grocery store and pick up a few fresh strawberries, wash them, put them in a small bowl, and mash them up until they turn into a paste. Then mix in a tiny amount of baking soda, stir it until it's combined. Once it's ready, find a clean, soft bristled brush, or honestly, just use a clean finger. Apply this mixture evenly onto any teeth that have that yellowish buildup or tartar. Spread it right on there. Now resist the urge to swallow and just let it sit on your teeth for about 5 minutes. During those 5 minutes, the malic acid and the baking soda are working together, gently dissolving the debris. When the 5 minutes are up, go and brush it all off thoroughly with water and your toothbrush. You can aim to do this about once a week. If you stick with it for a while, you'll notice your teeth don't just feel cleaner, they'll also start to look noticeably brighter and clearer. Secret weapon. Secret weapon number 3. The interdental brush and water flosser. The first 2 methods we talked about are great for the surfaces of your teeth. But what about the stuff buried deep in the trenches between 2 teeth, the place a regular toothbrush, even an electric one, can never reach? This brings us to secret weapon number 3, the interdental brush and the water flosser. And honestly, these tools are like bringing a laser-guided missile to a knife fight when it comes to cleaning the junk out of your gum pockets. Let me give you a comparison so it makes sense. If your regular toothbrush is like a broom, used for sweeping the big open areas of the floor, then a water flosser, sometimes called a water pick, is like a high-powered pressure washer. The kind you use to clean every little bit of grime off your car. It gets into every crevice. The stream of water that shoots out of a water flosser is under high pressure, and it's very thin for the soft debris and little strings of food that get stuck between your teeth right after a meal. That high-pressure water can blast directly into the deep spaces between teeth that your brush can't reach. It gets in there before that soft gunk has a chance to be cemented by your saliva into hard stone. It uses the force of the water to completely destroy and wash away that debris. It's like if you saw wet cement on the ground, you just hose it away before it ever had a chance to dry and harden. You can find these water flossers online now or at any big store like Walmart or Target. They range in price, maybe from $20 to $100 or so. It's a really worthwhile investment. I strongly suggest that anyone, especially older adults who might notice their gums are receding or that they get food stuck more easily, should have one of these at home. Secret weapon number 4, the baking soda and fine salt power combo. This final method is not only cheap and effective, but it's something that a lot of dentists actually use privately to maintain their own teeth. You know, baking soda is amazing at cutting through grease and grime in your kitchen. Well, in your mouth, it's an equally powerful cleaning agent. Here's how to make this ultimate secret weapon. Find a small, clean, empty jar or container. Mix together some baking soda from your kitchen with some very finely ground table salt, the kind you use for cooking. You can mix them in roughly equal amounts. Now, every morning and night when you brush, do this. First, put your regular toothpaste on your toothbrush as normal. Then take that brush with the toothpaste and dip it lightly into your little jar of the baking soda and salt mixture. You just want a thin layer of the powder to stick to the toothpaste. Then brush your teeth as usual. Why is this simple trick so powerful? There are two science-backed reasons. First, the tiny fine grains of salt act as a gentle abrasive. When you brush, they increase the friction between the brush and your teeth. Think of it like this. If you're washing a really dirty, greasy baking dish, sometimes just a sponge isn't enough. You might add a little bit of sand or a gritty cleanser to help scrub the tough stuff off. The salt does that, but gently to help scrub away the deposits. Second, and this is the most important part, the harmful bacteria in your mouth, the ones that form plaque. They love to multiply in an acidic environment. It's their happy place. Baking soda, on the other hand, is alkaline. It's the opposite of acidic. So when you brush with it, the alkaline nature of the baking soda directly destroys the environment those bad bacteria need to survive. It's like taking a fish out of water and throwing it onto dry land. The bacteria can't live there anymore, so the tartar loses the soil it needs to grow. If you can make this habit of adding a little baking soda and salt to your brush something you do consistently, and you keep it up for a while, you'll see a real difference when you look in the mirror. You'll notice the old buildup in the gaps between your teeth is slowly decreasing, and new stuff isn't forming as easily. The golden rules to prevent tartar from coming back. Okay, so I've just taught you 4 secret weapons. Think of them as your special forces team sent in to attack the fortress of tartar and break it down. But here's the thing, if you learn how to clean the tartar out, but you don't change one really bad habit we all have, then within just 2 weeks, those gaps in your teeth are going to be filled again with that yellow, smelly buildup. It's like pulling weeds, but leaving the roots in the ground. Of course, they're going to grow back. If we want our teeth to stay smooth and shiny, like fresh ceramic, you have to remember and actually do this next part every single day. Golden rule number 1, completely quit the sawing motion, learn the base technique. We talked earlier about how maybe 90% of people are brushing their teeth wrong, just kind of half doing it. The one method that dentists all over the world recommend, the only one that's really proven to get teeth truly clean, is called the base technique. The name sounds fancy, but the actual steps are very simple. Just remember a few key points. Don't scrub flat against your teeth. You need to tilt your toothbrush, angle the bristles so they point toward your gum line. The pink part where the tooth meets the gum, you want about a 45-degree angle. Why 45 degrees? Because only by tilting the brush like that can the very tips of the soft bristles slide gently into that tiny ditch between your tooth and your gum. That ditch is the #1 disaster zone where all the gunk hides, so you've got the bristles tucked in there. Now do not start scrubbing hard back and forth with big movements. Instead, you want to vibrate the brush, just make tiny little buzzing movements right there in the same spot, wiggle it back and forth in very small motions. This vibration loosens up all the bacteria and debris hiding down in that pocket. Then once it's loosened, you sweep the bristles out away from the gum, following the direction the tooth grows. For your upper teeth, you sweep down. For your bottom teeth, you sweep up. This sweeps all that loosened junk out. This is the method that actually cleans between teeth and gets the hidden spots. I know if you've been brushing the same way for decades, changing it is going to feel awkward at first. It might feel weird, but if you want to keep your teeth for your whole life, you have to push yourself to practice this until it becomes your new normal. Golden rule number 2, the 3-minute window after meals is critical. Besides brushing well morning and night, there's another habit that's incredibly easy to do, but almost nobody actually sticks to it, and that's rinsing your mouth right after you eat. We just talked about how it takes 24 hours for that food debris to turn into solid tartar, but honestly, the first 3 minutes after you finish eating are the absolute golden window to save your teeth. Think about it. You finish your breakfast, your lunch, even if you just had a small snack or a sugary iced tea, if you possibly can, as soon as you're done, go to the sink, get a glass of warm water, and really swish it around your mouth vigorously, gargle it, use force. This one simple action will wash away the food particles that just landed on your teeth. You're getting rid of them before they even have a few minutes to start fermenting and turning into that sticky, destructive plaque. This is the definition of an ounce of prevention. You're cutting off the problem at the source. If you remove the food, what is the tartar supposed to use to grow? Nothing. Let's wrap this up. All right, everyone, that's our deep dive for today. Let's quickly summarize the key points so you have a checklist you can use. First, we answered the question, why does this happen even if you brush? Because a normal brush only gets about 60% of the debris. The other 40% hides in the gum pockets and the tight spaces between teeth. Then the minerals in your saliva act like cement, and in just 24 hours, they harden that hidden soft gunk into stubborn rock like tartar. Second, we covered the 4 at-home secret weapons to deal with this tartar. 1, the vinegar lemon rinse, swish for 2 minutes, then brush. The acid softens the hard deposits, but remember to protect your enamel, use this only about once every 2 weeks max. 2, the strawberry and baking soda mask. Mash into a paste, leave on teeth for 5 minutes. The malic acid in the strawberry and the gentle scrubbing of the baking soda work together to clean. 3, the water flosser. Use the high pressure water stream to blast out and destroy the soft debris from deep between teeth before it hardens. 4, the baking soda and salt power combo. Dip your toothpaste in this mix and brush. The salt adds gentle scrubbing power, and the alkaline baking soda destroys the environment that bad bacteria need to live. Third, we laid out the golden rules to stop the tartar from growing back. 1, the base brushing technique. Permanently quit the back and forth sawing. Angle the bristles at 45 degrees into the gumlin and use tiny vibrating movements, then sweep away from the gum. 2, the 3-minute window. Immediately after eating, rinse your mouth vigorously with water to wash away food particles before they can even start to form plaque. And a final crucial reminder, while these methods are great, you have to use them wisely. For example, don't overuse the vinegar trick because the acid can damage your precious tooth enamel. Stick to once every 2 weeks, friends. When your teeth are healthy, you can enjoy your food, you feel better about yourself, and you just look younger. Taking good care of your own teeth is one of the greatest gifts you can give your future self. Being able to enjoy a good meal when you're older is a huge part of a happy life. If you found the information in this video helpful for you, please hit that like button. And share this video with your friends or family members who might be struggling with bad breath or dental issues. Help them protect their teeth too. If you have your own unique tips for keeping teeth clean, I'd love for you to share them in the comment section below. Let's all learn from each other. Wishing you a happy, confident smile and a set of strong, healthy teeth. I'll see you in the next video. This information is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with your doctor or dentist for any health concerns.